Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today, I'm not just bringing you another Master G deck, but I'm also bringing you an Ornn deck. I know these ones are pretty rare in the current meta, so I hope that you will all stick around and enjoy this video because we actually hit Masters with this Master G Ornn deck. Now, this deck recommendation was sent to us through email by one of our viewers. Their name is Deej. So thank you, Deej, for the idea. I've had a lot of fun with this deck. I had a lot of fun when I played on the stream the other night, and obviously had a lot of fun with recording this video that took us to Master. The idea with the deck is pretty straightforward. You're combining Master Yi and Ornn, and the idea is that you're able to make your Master Yi super big, and then you're able to kind of copy the weapons, the equipment using Ornn to kind of have two alternate win conditions. There's also really cool synergy that you continue seeing me mention on the video, where if you have a Master Yi that's leveled up and he has over 10 attack, when he attacks, he will level up the Ornn right away, and the Ornn gets to trigger their Spirit of the Ram right away. So you'll see that a few times in some of the games today. Aside from that though, the rest is really built as kind of, you're winning through your champions. You're winning through Master Yi or Ornn, and the rest of the deck is just working to get you to that win condition. So we have stuff like the Bastion Disciple, which is there to kind of push some elusive damage and give us a lot of draw so that we can actually get to our champions. We have Eye of the Dragon to give us the Dragon Links to be able to survive and stall long enough for a big win condition. Favoritization is really good because it's a nice 1/4 blocker against pirates. It can block a lot of their units, for example, without actually dying. So he ends up staying in the field long. Hookmaster and Combat Cook are just really good units that can get us the equipment. Equipment is very important in this deck because of Ornn. So we want to have two ways to get equipment, and these are the two ways that we can do that with Hookmaster and Combat Cook. I don't think any of the other equipment that's main deckable is actually worth playing. So those are what we have in terms of units. As you can see, we have a lot of spells. We're talking 18 spells and 2 landmarks. Ionian Tailstones is just one of the best Ionian cards in the moment. Access to Homecoming to recall the opponent's threats. We can do Health Pot, and because it counts as 2 spells, it can trigger our flow for either I or Master G. Momentous Choice is really good synergy with our equipment, and also is a nice way to, again, trigger flow for just 1 mana. 3 Sisters, because we don't have a lot of interaction, we don't play stuff like Vengeance, so 3 Sisters is just there to help us survive a bit longer with the Flash Freeze. Would You Style, just to trigger the flow. Entrancing Lore and Sonic Wave, we play 2 of each. I have found that it's very important for us to have these 2 cards to be able to challenge the opponent units, because challenging the opponent's units is one of the few ways that we actually able to remove their threats. So that way you're able to kill their Nami, their Twisted Fate, etc., without having to sacrifice your cards, especially because it synergizes so well with Master Yi having quick attack. One of Syncopation is Spicy Way, a 2 mana cost that can dodge a Vengeance or dodge another way for the opponent percent lethal. And you can also synergize it sometimes with your elusives to create some funny lethals where you can just swap your Master Yi to the position that the elusive was. I like the Ornn's Forge, and we played 2 of it. The Time of Dedication is just an easy way to trigger flow, a cheap way to trigger flow, and it also enables your equipment to go really, really tall. 2 Denies to protect our units against Vengeance, especially our champions. 1 Spirit's Refuge for the extra lifesteal, because we can get Master Yi, or actually even Combat Cook or Ornn, to become really, really big. So the Spirit Refuge gives you an alternate way to be able to survive. And then 1 of Deep Meditation to be able to draw. I don't know if I like the 1 of Deep Meditation. Might actually go to triple Entrancing Lore. But Entrancing Lore can also be a little bit greedy. So you can try it out for other stuff there. Sometimes I find it useful, sometimes I don't. Again, the idea here is that you're just stalling early on and just building up to a big Master G leveled up or an Ornn leveled up to win the game, or sometimes both. The best things that you can hit with the Hookmaster and the Combat Cook are the Overwhelm or the Scout Weapon. The Scout Weapon especially is so much better than even the Overwhelm because Scout synergizes better with the Master Yi level up and also with the Ornn level up, letting you summon the Spirit of the Ram twice. So I definitely go Scout first, then Overwhelm, then everything else. I don't know what else to say with this deck. It's pretty straightforward. Just play your cards, protect your units, right? You're at an Ionia deck, so you want to be reactive, and then just work towards those level ups and then kind of win the game from there. So hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. We were able to reach Masters with this deck, so stay to the end of the video to see us reach Masters. And after the games are done, you can stick around for some mulligan tips. So if you like our content though, as always, Please make sure to subscribe below and like the video below. We post LOL videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we'll be going up against Ionia, Nami, Twisted Fate, which they have a lot of recalls. It could be really annoying. I like the Hook Master. I feel like I want to look for for Master G or Ornn. Let's see. So Hook Master does mean that we can put a lot of pressure on them though, which is kind of nice. What if we just go for the Shepherd's Authority? What if we just go for the full pressure? Opponent's gonna go for double trouble here. So let's just take the 4/4 damage right now. Let's just take that 4 damage right now. Go here. Pot of Pain could be good. Combat Reel is also okay. I like the Pot of Pain. We're kind of low rolling a little bit on the equipment, but we do have a lot. We have enough equipment that it might be okay. Because Pot of Pain is pushing one. Okay, that's the Master G. So that's the Master G. Master G is huge. Master G is huge. Let's go G here so that he can discount the spell right away. We can go Combat Cook. And there's the Overwhelm. And at this point, we just want to push a ton of damage. Now, opponent has stuns and recalls potentially. Twisted Fate really just stuns the Combat Cook here, so it's not a big deal. The Artisan is not necessary because I want to just put pressure. If you put a lot of pressure on this deck, they kind of run out of value. Well, they potentially cannot deal your pressure. Now, they did get the Warden Spray, which is kind of annoying. And this also has 3 health, which survives the Hook Master and the Master G. So let's see how we do this. I think we definitely want to trigger the flow. So we definitely probably going to do the Momentous Choice. I want to keep the Entrancing Lore for when the opponent summons a Nami or a Shelly. Like that. So the opponent just committed their Shelly here. So Entrancing Lore on either one of these works. And I guess let's go here. Let's go here. We beat the Wuju style with Momentous Choice, but that's actually probably had to be the Overwhelm, because now if the opponent has the Wuju style here, we have to do a Momentous Choice on the Tentacle, which means that the Shelly stays alive. So there is a misplay. Oh, okay, that's not a big deal then. Oh, okay, never mind. Alright. I was a little bit scared, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I was a little bit scared, but I think this ends up working out. Shelly goes bye-bye. Opponent loses half their board. And we can go again and do it the same thing next turn. Now we have the deny for any potential stuff. Don't want to put the Shepherd's Authority on the Master G just yet, because I potentially want him to be able to block here and level up. We can transfer the Overwhelm though, right? So we can transfer the Overwhelm, which is what we're going to do. But putting too much stocks on Master G might be a problem.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Okay. I'm okay with this.
I'm a people person.
I think I am. We go here, we go Overwhelm, we forge it, and we're chilling. We don't get to hit the flow though. But if Master G levels up, I think we're okay. So let's go here. You know what? Let's go the Shepherd's Authority here too. Let's make this a threat. Again, I just want to put pressure on them. So let's make this girl a threat. Spaska. Okay, so at least the opponent kind of low roll the unit that they got for the Warden Spray. It does mean that we could potentially brick. It's a little bit annoying. I would love to play Ornn here. But I don't think I can tap out of deny. I don't think I can tap out of deny when we're so close to leveling up Master G. Opponent already used, yeah. I think we just take the G level up. And then we can play the Ornn, right? And now the Ornn is also going to have Overwhelm to punish the opponent. I guess the opponent could go for the Nami here and try to go for lethal in like a turn. I think this is the best time for us to use the Ornn, because I think any time after this turn, we're going to have to keep our mana. So let's just copy the Overwhelm weapon so we have 2 threats on our next attack. If opponent goes for the Homecoming here, it's a low value Homecoming, because they don't have any units that they're buffing with Nami except for the Eye of the Dragon. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's a 5-mana Deep Meditation, by the way. So I don't think we're any threat, especially with us having double Tailstones. By the way, we can level up Ornn on the so there's a nice interaction. If you attack with Master Yi that's leveled up that has 10 attack, he will actually level up the Ornn before the Ornn triggers. So it ends up being kind of clutch. I like the combat wheel. I kind of like having the extra mana. Opponent has spread out their units too much, so it's not really gonna matter. We still have enough mana for the Tailstones, which is all I care about now that the opponent tapped out up to 5 mana. So what I was trying to say is that if Master Yi gets to 10 attack and attacks, he levels up the Ornn before the Ornn attack triggers, which means then that the Ornn actually summons the big Overwhelm. So the opponent is actually going to deal with 3 Overwhelm threats in this game. So watch what's going to happen next turn. We're gonna play the Wuju style on the Master G. We have Deny here to stop like a Homecoming if the opponent tries to do that right now. They only did that because they wanted to trigger the Eye of the Dragon, which is just going to die to the Master G regardless. And there we go. So now check this out. Because if you keep your Master Yi on the left, right? So if you keep your Master Yi on the left and then Ornn on the right, the Master Yi triggers first, leveling up the Ornn and summoning the big, ram. There we go. So yeah, he levels up the Ornn. The Ornn now triggers the attack sequence, which summons the Spirit of the Ram. And now the opponent has 3 Overwhelms that they have to deal with. Not just 2. Well, we have Deny and we have Homecoming to back up our play. And the opponent tapped out to only 7 mana, so I think this is game. Okay, they do get Twisted Fate level up. So I guess they could have 1 stun. They will have to have... But they will have to have 3 spells, right? They will have to have 3 spells here to trigger the stun. And I still don't think the stun is enough. Because we can deny the stun, and we can Homecoming any of their blockers. Opponent has to literally block everything here. And we have 3 Overwhelm threats. Let's see. Tun, 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 opponent, what is your answer here? So this big? I thought we were gonna have a harder time with this deck, but the opponent gave us the Shelly, right? Didn't play around us having the challenge that we had to pull the Shelly. We even almost misplayed by not pulling it with the combat cook, but it ended up working out. Yeah, there's the Tailstones. So the Tailstone does trigger 2 other weapons. Wait, they don't go for the Homecoming. I guess because they need to go for the third. They need to go for the stun, right? They need to go for the stun. So I guess that makes sense. That also triggers more triggers for Nami, but the opponent has so many units that the Nami triggers don't really matter. Yeah, opponent has too many units that the Nami triggers don't matter. We still have a full 12 mana. So we can Homecoming the blocker so that Ornn just pushes the damage. The one that gets stunned is actually going to be Ornn anyways. So the opponent is blocking incorrectly if they're going to rely on their stun. Because the one that gets stunned is not going to be the Ornn. Because the Ornn is the highest attack and health. And highest cost, which is the tiebreaker between the Spirit of the Ram and the Ornn. Why is Spirit Ram 4 costs? That's such a random number. Opponent's trying to figure out everything, doing all the math in their head. Needs to... Still not enough. Yeah, nice try. So we just go here, that way we kill the Master Yi. And that's game. Nice try though. They did find the line to be able to trigger all their stuns. But unfortunately, because of how we played it, we had enough... Because the Master Yi and the Ornn interaction had that works, we were able to put enough overwhelm threats that the opponent just didn't have a way to come back from that. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Viego Shurima. This should be interesting. I like the Ornn. Might be a little bit too late though into this game. Maybe a little bit too late. The Eye of the Dragon seems a little bit weird in this matchup. I'm gonna keep the Ornn. Just so that we don't get punished for not joining champions. It could be the way that we get to like a late game win condition anyways. Disciple. I need to be able to draw with Disciple. I need to be able to draw with Disciple. So I think I need to keep it alive. Okay, let's go here first. I don't want to commit the Hookmaster. I want to make him think that I have a way to protect this. Let's go Eye of the Dragon. Might as well. Gives me a blocker for the Bakai. So it gives me a blocker for the Bakai. We can do Hookmaster now. Oh, that sucks. Alright. We talked about not needing the Eye of the Dragon anyways, so maybe that's okay. I guess opponent was always pulling with the Merciless Hunter, right? So doing this like this doesn't matter. Yeah, opponent was always pulling with the Merciless Hunter anyways. So we could have gone for the Pot of Pain and it's still been okay. Let's go second Hookmaster. Maybe we get a good one. Overwhelm. Overwhelm is really good. Overwhelm is really good. I'm also willing to attack here because that way the opponent has one less unit that they're gonna be able to trigger with when they have their... Okay, never mind. I was okay with it before the opponent just managed to get that. So now if they get Viego, we're in big trouble. So if they get Viego, we're in big trouble. Unless we can start leveling up this Hookmaster. No Master Yi is a little bit problematic. The deny is really good though. The deny is really good. Here comes Viego. Yeah, like we talked about. You can just pass, right? If the opponent attacks with Viego, we can actually kill the Viego. If the opponent attacks like this, I guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, I cannot take that much damage. I have to be okay with that. I think I have to be okay with that, unfortunately. Don't need to use that mana. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the Master Yi. Cool. We have deny, but that's never enough. That's a cute interaction. We have to play around the bench. We have to play around the vengeance. We have to play around the vengeance, so I can't do anything. This also lets them go to 9 and then also gets to summon and miss. Yeah. 3, 6, 7, 9. Yeah. We have the way to beat the vengeance. Problem is the Viego can level up, so we're gonna have to have mana for Homecoming. So Homecoming plus the 9 is gonna be 9. So we can go the Fishawak. Actually, we just tapped out of the 9. We just tapped out of the 9. The opponent's gonna just continue working on that Viego though. So opponent's just trying to continue working on that Viego to get where they need to. So this is only 11.
Before strength.
So what if we go here? What if we try to kill this Viego? Quicksand? Vengeance? Gets denied, and then opponent just plays the undeny, and we lose our Master G. Okay. Alright. So I'll take that. I'll take that 100%. Wow. Oh, they get a second Viego anyways. I still think that's worth it. We took the Viego out. Opponent gets to get another Viego no matter what. Master G is about to level up. Get the flow. We're gonna have the Ornn. We're gonna have to recall stuff. We don't have deny anymore. We still have another Sonic Wave to be able to pull the next Viego before they level up. Opponent just showed us that they don't have a second, they don't have their own deny, so that's kind of good. So this is 4. We can do the time dedication on the Ornn. And I still have enough mana for the Homecoming. So that's still enough mana to do the Homecoming, right? There we go. So opponent's gonna just... Do we even care? So the Viego's gonna go all the way up to... Guess we don't. I don't want to recall it just yet. So opponent's gonna... Like, now that the opponent committed for this... The problem is that the Viego levels sub right here. The Viego level sub right here, which kills our Ornn. He goes up to 12, 13. He goes up to 13. We have enough to kill it with the Master G. He just passes. They should just pass. That's trolling. So they had the win before they had the win before they did that. I think they had the win before they did that. Because now we just I guess we go down to 1, right? Which could be problematic. So we go down to 1. I guess we don't have to go to 1. We can go like this. But then the Ornn is going to be vulnerable to too many things. They don't play Shapestone. So I think I just go down to 1. I think I just go down to 1. We reset the Viego, which is what's important. The Master G here levels up as well. I need the draw. I need the draw, so I have to go Disciple.
You are a fledgling child flailing his arms.
I know I'm giving him the chance to like Vengeance now and stop the, but like on attacking doesn't really matter. Him summoning Viego is better for us anyways, right?
Stand on your own 2 feet and nothing shall.
So we can go like this.
Somebody hold my beer.
And we're okay. We have Tailstones. If the opponent gets greedy, we can Tailstones. That's the second Viego out. Master G levels up. We have Freeze for the Atrocity. So we have the Freeze for the Atrocity. We have the blockers for the Mist. The Viego being... another Viego will be kind of important. Ornn levels up. Master G levels up. Let's see. Let's see. We have plenty of blockers here. We have plenty of blockers. Yeah, this is the second Viego. So the opponent gets another miss. We go here.
You are a fledgling child.
What if we just recall that Hydrovine? Actually, what if we just... But then we're losing to the atrocity, right? I think we go like this, right? There's no reason not. There's no reason to do anything else.
What have you heard?
We can put this on the Master G, because I don't think the Ornn is gonna be very long for this world.
No need to thank me. It's no trouble.
I guess we should put it on the Ornn, right? Because the Fisher Whack gets to get transferred over. Opponent has to attack. Opponent has to attack, and that's not enough to level up the Viego. They need something else to be able to level up the Viego. So they need something else to be able to level up the Viego. We have blockers for everything. So even if they lose the miss, the Viego only goes up to 19. So they need another way to kill their Viego. And then we can homecoming the Viego again. And then next time we just win because we have 3 overwhelm threats. Yeah, so this is not gonna work. This gives me your Hydrovine for free. I guess it levels up your Viego, huh? I guess if you go that way, you level up Viego.
Clumsy work.
I just pass. Just pass and see what they do. That only gets them to 19. It's not enough to level it up. The freeze protects me against atrocity. We'll have plenty of overwhelm targets. The Reaper. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. So I guess we have to go for it now, huh? And they still loses to a few things. I guess, do we even care about losing the Master Yi at this point? We don't actually, right? So Master Yi dies, which kind of sucks. But it's not impossible, because the Ornn is just going to win us the game, right?
An iron will must be forged.
I guess what we should do... Nah, this loses to Atrocity. This loses to Atrocity too much. The opponent's miss are way too big. The opponent's miss are way too big. Right? Because he gets another miss here from killing my Master Yi. So opponent gets another miss from killing my Master Yi. So the miss alone are like enough to help him survive. But not through the double entomb. And he also he's gonna lose to the syncopation. So the first thing we're gonna do is the syncopation. So let's see this. We have 2 plus 6, that's gonna be 8. That leaves me with 5 mana, which is enough for a freeze. So okay, so 1 plus 5 is 6, 7, 8, plus another 4 is 12. So we can go the time of dedication, and we should be okay.
Stand on your own 2 feet, and nothing shall move you.
We should be okay. So the reason that I'm counting the Entomb is because the Entomb lets me get rid of the blocker for the Overone to go through, right? So we can go Syncopation first. And that's lethal. The syncopation for the win. Okay. There's the atrocity. We flash freeze first. That's why I couldn't use the other 3 sister earlier, but it's okay. Opponent thinks we top decked it, but we know in our heart that we always had one since the start of the game. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, the moment that the opponent was able to beat, to protect their Viego against the Master G last turn, I mean, we just let them level up and just go from there. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Akshan, Kaisa. It should be problematic, but maybe this hand is okay. I like keeping the Tailstones for the Homecoming. This hand might be okay. I'm looking for Sonic Wave or the Lord though. But if Master Yi gets big enough, we might be able to kind of take over. So let's see how this goes. Hookmaster might be better than Artisan now, right? So we can go Hookmaster, Master Yi, Comeback Hook, and just have a decent curve. Problem is that we don't have a way to protect Master Yi, right? I think it's still Hookmaster. And we have Scout. So I think it's still the Hookmaster. Problem is that we don't have a way to protect Master Yi against their challengers. And I don't know if the opponent is also playing Merciless Hunter. So I have to be careful about that. I wonder if he tries to go for the sharp side here. What if we put the time and dedication on the Scout before we do anything else? I kind of like it. Kind of like this. He can be free to block with the Broadwind if they want. This gives me an extra health for when I put on the Master Yi later on in the game. I'll take this. One challenger gone. One challenger gone. Sounds good to me. Second Artisan is also very good. Comeback Hook? Not good. Comeback Hook is not good.
Let us see if you are worthy.
We beat one Shapestone. We don't beat 2 of them.
You're ruining the work.
We beat 1, but not 2. We also don't beat that. I guess sure, I guess, should I kill it then? Because even if we do the momentous choice, we're still losing. I guess what we should have done is not block with Master Yi then. So now how do we win this game? I don't think we need to kill the combat deck. I don't want him to transfer the weapon either to trigger the action, to trigger the Warlord's Palace. We got a little bit greedy blocking with Master Yi, playing against everything except for single combat, so that's on us. So that's on us, right? Let's go here. The Artisan and put the Rake on the Artisan. Having this be as big, like if we draw an Ornn or we draw another Master Yi, I think we're in a really good spot.
In the ringing of steel.
Kaisa, Impact, Quick Attack, Formidable, 3. So she's not crazy yet. Because opponent never got the challenge yet from the Broadwind. I low-key like putting the Rake. Yeah, that's the Kaisa that we talked about. I'm gonna go here. Why not? Let's just push damage. Might as well. I guess we could have killed her with the Sonic Wave. That probably was actually not, because we would have been just slightly off from the Sonic Wave. We're not going to get the Eye of the Dragon, but the point is down to 10. They're going to try to copy the Impact, which doesn't really have a lot of value. And their Titian is a really great blocker into the Kai'Sa now. We have the freeze. So we're chilling, right? All he can copy is the impact.
Pots a boiling.
Come on.
I mean, it's gonna be good for the future for him, but it's not gonna be enough. I guess they could try to trigger the Warlord's Palace here. We need Ornn. If we have Ornn, we win this game. Do we block this? I guess so. I'm gonna sacrifice it into the Kai'Sa next turn anyways. I'm gonna sacrifice it into the Kai'Sa regardless. So I think we block it. Overwhelm could be decent. Opponent is slow enough that the Overwhelm needs to start worrying about the Overwhelm. Problem is the Pot of Pain is giving Kai'Sa a lot of health. Oh, okay, that's what he was going for then. Alright, alright, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I forgot to play around the Radiant Guardian. So now we're back to square one. Unless we draw exactly Ornn. We're back to square one unless we draw exactly Ornn. Which could be a problem. Need to kill the Kai'Sa anyways. I think I can survive. I think I can probably live. I think I can live against the Radiant Guardian. I can't live against the Kai'Sa. Because we can always recall the Radiant Guardian. So, second Kai'Sa is a problem. Us not having Master Yi or Ornn is a big problem. Like, this guy would feel so good on Ornn right now. This guy will feel so good on Ornn right now. Opponent wouldn't have a way to deal with Ornn. I'm concerned about the Void of Abomination. You can punish them with the Wuju style if the opponent blocks with the Radiant Guardian. And that gets the Radiant Guardian out of the way. If they just go like this and go to 3, then they're losing to a lot of things in the future. They can't just go down to 3. This will be a mistake. This will be a mistake. Going down to 3 will be a big mistake. Now, I do want to play around the Radiant, the Radiant Negation, so I don't think I can go for lethal. Wow. How do they beat us now? I guess Kai'Sa, Second Skin, and Radiant Negation. So Kai'Sa, Second Skin, Radiant Negation. Doesn't play around the deny. Sign me up. So there goes the Radiant Guardian. Now opponent's at 3 HP when we have a big overwhelm weapon. So we have a big enough Fisher Whack and we have enough ways to actually buff up our units. Sign me up. Sign me up. I need to copy the Overwhelm. This should be game. I guess opponent can sacrifice their Radiant their Browin and then summon the Radiant Guardian. Technically. I'm gonna pass. I want to see what they do first. They need to commit a unit, right? Because this doesn't have Challenger. And if they commit a unit, they probably don't have enough mana for the Radiant Guardian. And if they do something that I can like survive, I can just play the Ornn right now on the scout.
I was born in Hellbent. I cannot.
Ah, come on, man. But they're still not losing, right? I mean, like, what are they doing here? Like, they're killing the Eye of the Dragon. So they're killing the Eye of the Dragon, which is okay. We're not losing. They're not losing their unit, so we can just chill. They're not gonna have the Radiant Guardian value. The only thing I have to be worried about is Concerted Strike. I don't want to give them the Radiant Guardian, so I think we just let this go. Unfortunately, I guess we don't need to. It has to be the Overwhelm, right? Opponent doesn't even have good blockers here. We Overwhelm.
I told you to leave.
And leave all these
We copy it with the Ornn.
No way.
We have not enough mana for the Flash Freeze. Yes, we do, actually. We have enough mana for the Flash Freeze, so we beat like a stun. Sorry, we beat like a Concerted Strike. And this would be exactly enough to push lethal against the Void Blaster, just with the Ornn. I think it's better than the Scout, because the Scout would have given the opponent a chance to play the Radiant Guardian. There is one problem here. Void Abomination. Void Abomination means that the opponent gets to heal back up. Now, the opponent has played Formidable, so the Void Abomination is not healing by a ton. But it's still enough to kind of be a worry.
Take your time.
If the opponent lets me attack with Ornn here and get the double Forge, then I think the game is over. Yeah, the game is over.
Fighting is my first language.
This should be lethal, even through the lifesteal.
Wrong town.
We have Deny. And we have multiple buffs. And there we go. Alright. We got there. We got there by killing that Kai'Sa. And that's all that mattered. So, GG's. Whew. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Akshan Kindred. So it's going to be more like a... relying on the equipment, right? So you're going to have multiple equipment, etc. I like the Entrancing Lore and the Combat Cook. That's a way to kill Kindred. Ornn might be a little bit too early because I don't want to break with 2 arms, right? I like the Combat Cook with Entrancing Lore mana because that's our way to kill Kindred really easily. Let's go here. Opponent would probably prefer to play action here instead of killing this. If they go for the Battle Feast, I think I'll take that. I mean, I don't have a way to stop it, but I think I'm okay with that. Because what did they predict, right? Why did they predict into here? Sure.
What could you ever
Needs to be Combat Cook. Okay, so they predicted into action, but decided to delay their action so that they could kill the Disciple. Alright. I like the quick attack. Let me have a big threat here. If opponent plays Kindred, we can always just Entrancing Lord the Kindred. Okay. I think now we need to actually save her. I think now we actually need to save it. And I actually don't think we kill the action. I think we want to keep, again, I think our biggest threat here is going to be the Kindred. So I think I'm okay just keeping the Entrancing Lord in the back of our hand. Unless we draw a second one, then, you know, I'll play it, but... Yeah, there you go. The opponent's going to go for Kindred. You can go for the Artisan.
There are stories in the ringing of steel.
If they get the second action, they get a little bit punished. Okay, so we have the Wuju style to block up to 2 damage. No, I think we let it go. I think we let it go. I think there's too many things there that kill us that it's not worth it to try to block that. Trying to think, right? Because opponent could have like double Shapestone, and that would be like the big problem. It looks like they got the second action. It looks like they got the second action instead of the Kindred. Okay, they finally get the Kindred, so now we go for the...
What's that, lamb?
What if we attack here first? Does it matter? Guess it doesn't matter. Let's just go here right away. Get that Kindred out of the way. We want to keep enough mana for Deny, I think, instead of trying to go for the Master Yi. Kindred is the biggest threat to me. Opponent obviously has a second action in their hand. Action will level up though, which is a little bit problematic. But we have enough mana to be able to play around everything. And then we can actually transfer the Scout to the Master Yi. Ace Spike? Sure. I think I'm okay with that Haze Spike. Right? Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be okay with that Haze Spike? I'm gonna tap out of everything. I'm gonna tap out of everything just to trigger the flow. We know opponent has second action. Okay, so they didn't go for like a Shapestone into second action play. So that's good for us. We get to trigger the flow here. We still have plenty of blockers. We have a 3-cost Deny. We can transfer the Scout to the Master Yi now. As well as put the Forge on it. Meaning Master Yi gonna potentially level up. Opponent just used the Glimpse. So they might not have another way to deny the Master Yi. And we're gonna also have Sonic Wave to tie in with the Scout and Quick Attack. So they're going for like a big unit here. So they're gonna play a big unit. Yeah, the Solani. There we go. She gets to eat up the Fearsome. So that's gonna be a 10. 10. Can we just recall it though? So what punishes the Homecoming? Opponent tapped out of the Deny, right? So it's 5. I want to do this first. We can send back the Solani and kind of have reset her. If the opponent attacks with action, we block with the combat cook. Like, opponent cannot attack with action, right? They can only really attack with the Solani. Unless they put the Harbor on the action. Which I guess is what they're going for. I think I'm still good passing, because we do have a Scout Master Yi next turn. I guess here's the question. If the opponent's going like just like this, do we even care anymore? Do we even care anymore? I don't think I care anymore. What if we go for the Would You style? What if we go for the Would You style? So we trigger the flow here. We didn't need to do that either. We could have done the Orange Forge to also trigger it. Yeah, we could have done the Orange Forge, right? Because that was 2 mana. We could have done Orange Forge into the Time and Dedication, and that would have actually buffed up G even more as well. So slight misplay in my part. Deny. Sonic Wave should get us there. So I need to kill the Solana in case the opponent has a second action, because he can go for the action spell while having the 9 mana, right? If they go for the Shapestone, okay, they needed to go for the so they only play there. They didn't play around the 3 mana deny, right? They didn't play around the 3 mana deny from Master G. It had to be Shadow Out Tailstones. So if they went for the Tailstones, we actually don't have a way to save the Lee Sin, the Master G. So then Master G levels up. Master G levels up here. I mean, levels up on the attack on the action. We obviously pull the action with the quick attack. So we go like this. Kill this action. Master G levels up. We have the Tailstones. Opponent doesn't have enough mana to summon that Tarosh. So they do get that Darkling Troll though, which can be annoying, but I feel like we have enough value with the Tailstones that we shouldn't be scared of it. We hit second Master G as well. But yeah, we have enough value with the Tailstones that we shouldn't be scared of anything here. I guess the Warlord's Horde can get triggered. Yeah, I guess the Warlord's Horde gets triggered here. Fishawak is good, gives me access to Overwhelm. So what is the opponent going for here? So we can do the Wuju stun and still have mana for Homecoming. The Master G, okay, they're just going for the draw? No. I think we keep the mana, because this is going to be 3, and this is going to be 4 if we need to Homecoming. So I think we keep the mana and don't do the time and dedication. I don't even know if the time and dedication is needed. This is tough. This is tough. They get the second Solani.
Now peace is just moments away.
So are we still planning to recall her? Or do we just take the 7 damage? But then we're putting ourselves vulnerable to Atrocity, right? Guess we just go here. If the opponent attacks and clear the whole board, they're gonna lose to the Master G. Like, that doesn't matter to me. I guess opponent could have access to like a battle piece or something. That would be the one punish here. So maybe we go down to 1.
Ready to go round.
Maybe we go down to 1 so that we don't have to play around battle piece. We beat the buff with the recall. So if the opponent tries to buff the Solani. Okay, yeah, we just beat it with the recall, right? So what I like to do here. Do we recall the Solani? It's gonna be the same, right? Actually, yeah, we go like this. Because the opponent's not gonna have a blocker with the Dark Control. But now we lose to the Atrocity. So we lose to the Atrocity now. Unfortunately. So we lose to the Atrocity. It's not enough. Actually, what if we just attack? So we're always losing to the Atrocity no matter what, right? I guess we should take it easy. We should take it easy. Just go here first. Yeah, we should go here first. Because we're always losing to the atrocity. As long as Master G gets to attack twice, we're never losing to anything here. So, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Heimerdinger Norra. This matchup is very tough because they do have a lot of removal. And they also have access to Vengeance, right? Now, I like the Disciple with the Wuju style backup to be able to kill the Norra. To have like a blocker that can kill Norra and survive against Battle Feast and Pokestick. Let's see if that's actually correct. Oh, we get the Sonic Wave great as well, which is going to be really good. And the Hookmaster ends up being really good as well. We get Ornn. Let's go for the Fearsome. Let's just push some damage here, because opponent doesn't have a lot of Fearsome blockers. So we can push some damage here and kind of threaten some nice attacks. Opponent didn't have Norra on 2, it looks like. Okay, we just pass. We just pass. They're burning 3 mana, we just burning 2. I'm okay with that. I do want to draw though. I do want to start drawing, so I think I'm down to attack here. Let's be mana efficient.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
Let's be mana efficient. Bots? Okay. I think I'd rather have I than have the Disciple. I think I'd rather have I than have the Disciple. We can start making this Hookmaster even stronger so that when Ornn comes in, it's going to be even more damage. I guess opponent could go for the Heimer here. We don't have Deny to start the Vengeance. Opponent has to start blocking eventually. Okay, so opponent just has a break hand. I mean, I'll take it. Oh, wow, they hit the portal right away. They hit the portal right away. That's unfortunate. Let's just Forge here. Why not? We have the mana for it. Alright. Doesn't have a Fearsome blocker yet, which is kind of nice for us. You get the Entrancing Lore. As I say that, they literally draw the blocker. Oh man, this game is never nice to me, huh? Why don't we go here? Yeah, that's nice. Good for you. Good for you. You got your blocker. Good for you. We get to push 4 more. I want to put them in a spot where if they don't get like lucky with Fearsome blockers, we can just win with an Ornn, also getting Fearsome. Opponent could commit the Vengeance here. I think they're break enough that it makes sense if they wanted to. Tailstones. Okay. I'll let it go. We can always copy it anyways. We can always copy it anyways, even if we put on the Eye of the Dragon, and then the Eye of the Dragon is now out of range of Quietus. Right? Why not just play Heimer? I literally have nothing that can kill the Heimer. And this is already denied. This is denied. Now, I need the opponent to tap out of Vengeance. Okay, they tap out of Vengeance, so I think we go ahead and commit. They still have Crumble though. They still have Crumble mana. So we probably need to play it safe. They should just pass. Like, if they have Crumble, they should just pass. If they tap out of the 5 mana, then it means that we can play out of the Crumble range, which is what I'm looking to do, right? Still doesn't have any Fearsome blockers, so this is going to push a ton of damage. And we have access to the Fearsome. This is actually lethal here. This is actually lethal because they don't have any Fearsome blockers. And Ornn adds +2 here. So this is going to be 9 + 4. It's going to be 13. There's the Minimorph that we have talked about. Unfortunately, the Minimorph does mean that the opponent gets to summon the Floor Be Gone right away, which is a little bit annoying. What we can do, though... I like the entrancing lore. I like the entrancing lore here. We get a second Ornn, which is kind of nice. Let's force him to block with the floor be gone. If they don't block, that's going to be a problem. And we get rid of the Heimer, right? If we lose the Dragon Link, might be okay. Yeah, that's fine. So this, I'm okay, right? The only downside is that we don't get any Dragon Links next turn. But I think we're at 20 HP, I'm not scared. At 20 HP, I don't think I'm scared. We replay the Ornn again. Opponent's gonna have to have a second Minimorph. Otherwise, we do the same thing next turn. Unless they also have a way to buff the Wounded White Flame. Let's pass first. Let's see what they do. Because the second Minimorph is too much of a punish here if I play the second Ornn. I guess we could have gone... Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna go Ornn. Forcing to have the second Minimorph. Otherwise they lose, right? I guess they could have the collection. Yeah, okay, so they need to have exactly the second Minimorph. I guess they could have another Shadow Out Tailstones because the Mark of the Owls gets them there. So if they go for the Mark of the Owls, I think we go for the level up. If they go for the Mark of the Owls, I think we go for the level up on the Ornn. Because this is exactly lethal. Vengeance doesn't do it. It has to be Mark of the Isles. Second Minimorph. Right, so they had the second Minimorph. Why not do it right away? Because now you let us get the Fearsome here, which is still lethal. So now this is still lethal here because we just go like this. Like if you do the second Minimorph right away, you're able to play the Floor Be Gone at burst speed, and it stops us from getting this lethal. We still have enough mana for Deny, which is why I did it this way, and that's game. I think a big misplay from the opponent's part, right? Minimorph always just wins in this game, and they got a little bit too greedy with it, so GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Evelynn Viego. I think we can beat them. I think we can beat them. We probably need Deny though, or Master G early on. Let's see. Momentous Choice is good since we have the Hook Master, but I think I want to go more unit heavy. I want to go more unit heavy and try to hard mulligan for Master G, and when we get there, we have Deny as well. So now we have a way to protect the Master G against Vengeance. If we Hyrule Scout with the Hook Masters, that could also be really good for us. So the Scout could be really good for us. That's not a Scout. Let's go Pot of Pain. Got Pot of Pain. That's decent. We can go second Hook Master, or do we just go G now? Let's go second Hook Master. That is not a Scout either. Ugh, it sucks that we saw the Shepherd's Authority twice. Right? Like we didn't need to see it twice. Now we do lose to the Haste Spike, right? If we attack with both, so it's not correct to attack with both. Because the Haste Spike means that the opponent triggers the Bark Beast on the stack. There's the Evelynn. Opponent gets Fearsome. Gets to kill this guy as well. Gets Spell Shield for the Viego next turn. It's gonna be a problem. We can go for the Ornn's Palace. The Ornn's Forge. I said Palace, wow. We're gonna have to probably just take that damage from Evelynn. I think we just take that damage from Evelynn.
Okay.
And block the Bark Beast instead. So it sucks because now we're all the way down to 11 already. But I think it has to be correct this way. Now we can play G, but G is never going to be strong enough. And we don't have enough mana for him either.
fated day is never far from
The lore is the lore costs 2, so now if I'm the opponent, I'm definitely just summoning Viego here, right? Yeah, if I'm the opponent, I'm definitely summoning Viego. Viego unfortunately also has tough now and has 7 health. So it makes it really difficult for us to attack. The problem is that it's a big problem. There's a lot of problems here. Force takes me to 4. This takes me to 6. It's never enough to kill the Viego. We have to rely on the big Ornn later down in the game. And I don't even know if that's going to be enough. We can put the quick attack on the G. Just so that we can have something to use the Forge on. Because this way we can give quick attack to the Ornn, which might be actually impactful. We don't even get to trigger the flow though by doing it this way. We need this G to get big enough to be able to kill that Viego. And I don't know if that's going to happen. So remember, this still has Fearsome, and so does the Viego. And whatever unit they play Nets also has Fearsome. We have to keep enough mana for Deny. We have to keep enough mana for Deny. Now, what I can do is that I can go like this. Just play the Eye of the Dragon, because I'm going to need blockers. I'm going to need blockers here. The problem is that this is going to go to... So 3 sits. Oh, they're gonna actually block with the Viego. I mean, they're actually gonna attack with the Viego, sorry. That's what I meant to say. So we go here. We have to attack here, block here, and that puts me at 9. That puts me at 9. He also puts the Viego at 3 sits, 9, 14. So it also puts the Viego at a really big state. So our only chance here is that we can kill that Viego next turn with the Master G, right? We also lose to a Haste Spike. We lose to a Haste Spike too. So we will be able to kill the Viego. If opponent has a glimpse, shouldn't... So for us to beat the Haste Spike, we need to do the Pot of Pain. That heals me back up. That lets me beat the Haste Spike. We will have to go here. So we do 2, 4, 5. I mean, sorry, 2, 4. And still have enough mana for the deny. So we have to kill this Viego. This doesn't matter. So this doesn't matter. Because we still have the way... I guess it does. But the opponent will have to have a second glimpse, which gets punished. Okay, so we live at 2. We can beat the atrocity with the deny. We also beat the vengeance. Dope. Haste Spike lets them win, actually. Because Haste Spike levels up the Viego. Second glimpse also does it. Wow. They got it. Jeez, man. I could beat everything except for the vengeance into glimpse or Haste Spike. So, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Nami, Twist of Fate. Let's see. Deep Meditation could be a little bit too slow. So is the Wuyu. I think I need to go more early board presence. Okay, that's early enough for me. Hookmaster, Master G, and we have a second and third Master G to be able to do the Wuju style. We get the equipment as well, which is very nice. Let's see. The opponent gets the Disciple though on turn 1 when we don't get ours. But I mean, Disciple means that they're delaying their Nami. So it might end up working out okay for us. Because they purposely just delayed their Nami here. Fortunately, both equipment that we get are pretty bad. But I guess we can at least push more damage with the Pot of Pain compared to anything else. Yeah, both equipment we get there are pretty bad. Almost, well, not everything else will be better. I don't know if everything else will be better. I don't know if that's true. Double Trouble? I'm surprised the opponent kind of did it in this order. A little bit surprised that they did it in this order. What I can do is that I can keep the Master G back. I mean, we do have the Sonic Wave, so we can start with Eye of the Dragon, I guess. So we can start with the Eye of the Dragon. See what the opponent does before we commit the Master G. Because they want to do something here. They shouldn't just pass. We probably need Deny. We need Deny so that we can protect the Master G eventually. Like, passing here doesn't make sense for them. Yeah, that's a Twisted Fate. He goes for the stun. The stun. We can play around this. Right, we can go here. So this gets stunned now. So we can do the Sonic Wave and we still push the damage that we wanted and we just kill the Twisted Fate. I think it's correct to kill the Twisted Fate, by the way. Even if the opponent has a second Twisted Fate, I think I'm willing to play it. I'm willing to force them to have to use it. Because if they could potentially level up this Twisted Fate with all the draw that this deck has. So I want to make sure that I can kill Twisted Fate when I can and not just risk the opponent, like, not play around the opponent having a second one. The Pesky's Pesker is actually one of the lowest rolls that he could have had there, so I think I'm okay with that. I mean, it could break our draw, which is a little bit annoying. Master G is nice. Unfortunately, because we did the Sonic Wave there, we have no way to kill the Nami. Yeah, that's the Ionia Akaboros, and the opponent also had the Shaman win. That's why I think it was crucial for us to kill that when we had the chance. Fortunately, we're not getting a lot of value here. Not getting a ton of value here. Might as well just attack with this. Even if the opponent blocks with one of these units, it means that they're not blocking my other units. So I think I'm still chilling. If they do the Homecoming, I think I'm okay restarting that. Okay, the stun right now is okay with us. The problem is the elusives. The problem is the elusives and us not having spells to trigger flow. So this Master G is pretty low value at the moment. Feels really low value. Yeah, that's the Shelly. Except that, I mean, the elusives are the only thing I care about here. And that's one. Opponent gets to attack. Cool. Did I just want to trigger this? Do I want to Tellstones now? I mean, like, do I think that this is probably better? Like, do I think that... I like this one coming. Triggers the flow. Gets rid of the Shelly, so the Shelly cannot buff up his units even more. We play the Artisan again. Next time we trigger the Time and Dedication. We have the Dragon Link as well. We trigger the flow. Opponent actually discarded a card, which was a Twist of Fate. We go here. Get some value. We have Deny. Opponent just lost a second Twist of Fate. If the opponent tries to get a favorable block, we can always Wood You Style. So we can always Wood You Style, which also saves our Hookmaster here. 2 denies is a little bit annoying. Okay, that's not a big deal. What if we actually don't put it on the... What if we actually let this girl die? Yeah, what if we let the Hookmaster die so that we could transfer the weapon to Master G? Does that make sense? Okay, so they just want to save that? I guess we should go ahead and trigger the second one then? Cool. Okay, so we killed the Disciple. Opponent lost double Twisted Fate. We have double Eye of the Dragon here. We can put the Pot of Pain on the Master G. And the next attack the Master G can push is gonna level him, right? Well, that's not... Is that true? Yeah, that is true, because he's gonna go over 10. So the next attack that the G gets is gonna level him. And opponent gets a Nami. Opponent gets a Nami, unfortunately. So now we're in trouble. If they got the Burble Fish, I think we just lose the game.
But I will see it through.
So Burble Fish means that we just lose the game. And of course they do. So they can play the spell, then play the Shelly. If they have multiple Burble Fish, we still lose the game. They let me know what Shelly... Okay. Interesting. Opponent already committed double Concussive Palm. So now the next things they need to have is Homecoming to be able to stop this G. I just don't know if we have enough to actually stop this anyways. Like, what can we do? We can do the Flash Freeze. And that still means, like, we lose next turn if we do that. So, because this means that we get to trigger... Why do we go here? So my concern with the Entomb... I have one concern with the Entomb. That we will not be able to stop the opponent next turn.
Meditation calms the closet mind.
I like it. I think I have no choice. I have no choice. We go here. We have to go here. That triggers our Dragonlings. If opponent has the Tailstones and Deny as a backup, then, I mean, we can't do anything about it. But I need to be able to heal back up. Opponent's going to have double Shelly. Okay, we got our own Tailstones. Opponent's going to have double Shelly. Which means that I don't think I survive. I don't think I survive. But this is forcing them to block. So they have to block the Master G, because Master G is dealing 14. So we can deny, and if the opponent has a second deny, then if the opponent has their own deny, then we lose. But they need to have exactly deny. Homecoming doesn't do it. That top deck Tailstones just saved the game. Oh, wow. Yeah. GG's. What a game. I guess they could have another Tailstones. They could have a second Tailstones. Which they could use for the health pot. They don't. And we get to win because of the impact. And Master Yi levels up finally at the very end. Okay. Crazy, but we finally got there. So, GG's. in this matchup, we'll be going up against Deep. Okay, so this is actually problematic. Oh, they have access to the Bower, and they have access to... Ooh, that Three Sisters seems very tempting. That Three Sisters seems very tempting. Why would I use a Three Sisters for? I think Momentous Choice should be enough. And the Spirit's Refuge on top of it. Transient Lore is very good at killing the Maokai. Hookmaster, amazing draw. Amazing draw. We can go for the quick attack, just so that we can put pressure on them. I guess he loses to Biofeast though. Let's just put pressure on them with the quick attack. That enables our Momentous Choice, which is better than nothing. What we're looking for here is deny. Deny, and we get the deny. So deep. Jettison, interesting. Loses that Devour. Loses a Devour, which is huge. That's huge. Wait. Oh no, opponents use Break. What if we just put pressure then? I think if opponent is Break, we're just gonna put pressure. No need to try to play it greedy. Or try to play it slow. They lose to the Momentous Choices. They block with the Maokai. They can go for the Biofeast, and that triggers Momentous Choice here as well. Like, they still go down to 8, and now we trigger the flow next turn. There goes Atrocity. And the Wanderer. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We have the Spirit's Refuge to save our Master G, if we need to. We also have Tellstones now, which means that we can always recall the Nautilus back over and over. At 8 HP, it's gonna be tough. Mecha Tusk. I let this go, right? I have to let this go. We can kill the Maokai with the Entrancing Lore. Opponent just lets us transfer the quick attack. Which I guess he doesn't really do a ton, right? I guess we can transfer both weapons. Does that make sense? Does he tap me out of too little mana? We can transfer both weapons, right? We can go quick attack here. Or we can go Pan of Pain here. And we should pull... We pull the Maokai so that we don't have to worry about Maokai leveling up on us. That only gets me to 9, which I don't think is enough. We can play all 2 spells. And just trigger the flow. Can I just like the Entrancing Lore though? I think I just like the Entrancing Lore. Yeah, I like the lore. So we go here. We can always because we can always do the Forge here to trigger the flow. We don't need to actually get greedy. We can keep the deny. The Maokai goes down, which is gonna slow them down a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Nautilus is never a problem because of the Homecoming. And if we start forging the Master G, we should be okay. That's one Maokai down. Opponent could have a second one. Opponent could have a second one. Cannot tap out of deny. As long as the opponent has mana for Vengeance, we can never tap out of deny. Interesting. Crumble? If maybe they play like a random Crumble, and that's enough to kill us. Yeah, they're just gonna try to go deep. They're just gonna try to go deep here. And try to push a ton of damage. Which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. They never have another Battle Feast. I'm gonna pretend that they never have another Battle Feast. I think at this point, if we keep Master Yi alive, we should be okay. We have another Sonic Wave to kill the second Maokai. Opponent might be able to level up before we get there, though. So the opponent might be able to level up that Maokai before we get there. The Nautilus, still not enough to go deep. Now we can technically also kill the Nautilus. This is interesting. I think as long as I have Deny, I'm safe. And here I can even spend 5 mana and still be okay. So I can go Deep Meditation and add Time and Dedication, and that's going to be 4. And I still have mana for Deny. Because opponent can never attack as long as we have Master Yi on the field. Because Master Yi just blocks, right? And levels up. Opponent could go for like a big... Like if they go for Nautilus here. Okay, they're just gonna go... Alright, so I think they're just gonna go for the level up. I think they're just gonna go for the level up on the Maokai. So they just... It looks like they're just gonna go for the level up on the Maokai. Which actually could be very problematic for us. So that takes them to 21. That takes them to 21. And if they have like another Jettison, that takes them to 25. Because this is going to take them there. Yeah, this is problematic. Recalling the Maokai doesn't work because he levels up in the deck. We want to potentially draw another G right here because we don't have Overwhelm. This is also a problem. We have to commit the Deny right here. So if the opponent has a Bone Skewer or a Vengeance, now we lose. Because we didn't draw... Yeah, if we have a Bone Skewer, we lose. If the opponent has a Bone Skewer, we lose the game. Wow. Because we didn't do the Wuju style. Huh. Okay, opponent could have taken a lot more damage here though. So okay, so we have to hope. We have to hope that they don't have the Jettison. Of course. Of course they have it. So they do have the Jettison. Which means that we lose the game now. Unless we top deck the Overwhelm equipment. Because no matter what we do, we never have enough ways to actually kill the opponent here. And the Disciple is just making us draw. Wow. We kill one Maokai and it's not even going to matter. Well, that's rough. That's rough. Because Master Yi by himself is not enough. Because if we get the Overwhelm equipment, so we need to have another improvised unit in our deck. Right? We need to have another improvised unit in our deck. Opponent obviously chump blocks. So I don't care about putting Maokai anymore. Because it doesn't matter how much... It doesn't matter if we kill Maokai. Opponent always has enough units that the opponent is able to just survive. So even if we kill the Maokai, it's not gonna matter. We have 2, 1, 0. So we only have one more attack. It has to be exactly improvised. We have enough ways to kill them. If we get the Overwhelm, we have enough ways to kill them. But again, it has to be exactly improvised into Overwhelm. We have 2 more chances. We have 2 more outs. That's so unfortunate. Double Jettison. Opponent ended up with such a break hand too. Ha, one chance. If we had the Ornn, maybe we have a chance because the Ornn level sub, right? So the Ornn level sub giving us a chance. It's a little unfortunate that we couldn't. Yeah, at this point, we're just gonna spend all our mana and just make this as big as possible. Pretend that we're gonna get the last thing, right? Well, that doesn't work, actually, because everything is going to the pot of pain. We can put it on the elusive. If the opponent has no answer for this elusive, we can actually put it on the elusive. Ah. This is 10. We're one off. We're one off. So we're gonna have to commit this regardless. Opponent has vengeance or something then? Like, why are they playing it this slow? They have to have the vengeance or something like that. They lose to deny. They lose to deny. But we don't have deny. So opponent shouldn't even play around it? Oh, that's huge. They never have vengeance, right? They never have vengeance. Never, ever, 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 ever have vengeance. Come on. Don't tease me like this. They could lifesteal 2 with the 3-mana spell. Like, if they have vengeance, they have to just rip it. They can't play around deny, they just lose. Unless they have, like, vengeance and something else. But anything else that they have also loses to deny. Anything else that the opponent has also loses to deny. Wow. How? How? How is this possible? I forgot about the Shaman win being able to get me there. But look, that's how we got to Masters. On a game that I did not think we were going to win. GG's. Wow. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those games. Had a lot of fun. A lot of thinking with this deck. It's not an easy deck to pilot. But it's super, super fun. I hope you all enjoyed the long game. I really wanted to reach Masters with this deck. That's why you had such a long video. I figured you all haven't seen Ornn in a while, so might as well give you like a double, right? Instead of nothing. So enjoy the long video. Hope you did. Aside from that though, I mean, problems with this deck are pretty obvious. We have a lot of spells, so it's very easy for us to get a lot of break hands, but it's very hard to justify cutting a lot of the spells. Maybe we can cut Deep Meditation and play another Favor Artisan, but even then, sometimes I don't like getting that many Favor Artisans. Other things that we can experiment with is the other equipment, right? Soul Sword might be decent. I don't agree with it though, and I think the Bone Claw is also kind of bad. So it's tough because we only have 6 ways to trigger like the Entrancing Lore or the Momentous Choice, but we can't go anything else more than Hookmaster and Combat Cut. What else have I learned with this deck? Again, you want to be reactive, so you want to keep your mana for denies, etc. Maybe we actually have to go to 3 denies because I found deny to be so crucial in this deck. But everything else is just protect your master G and then just go from there. Hope you enjoy the games. In terms of mulligan, I'm definitely always looking for Master G, Hookmaster, Artisan, and if I'm against aggro, then Eye of the Dragon, right? But if I'm not against aggro, then usually it's just Artisan, Hookmaster, Master G. Artisan is also greedy. I only keep the Artisan if I already have a Hookmaster. So usually I'm mulliganing for Master G, and the Hookmaster. And usually you just want to mulligan for the units. Even Disciple could be good to keep, just because it ends up being extra draw. You don't want to be stuck with a hand without units, as you saw in a lot of our games today. So I think it's better to keep your units and kind of go from there. But enough rambling. Hope you enjoyed this long journey for us to reach masters with this deck. And if you like our video and you like the content that we post, please make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.